video, we'll show you how to prepare your uKeg for a fill, whether it's your first or your 15th. We'll show you the process of getting the fill, how to properly charge the cap, and best practices for pouring carbonated beverages like a pro. We'll also give you a few helpful tips on how to routinely inspect and clean your uKeg. Before we get to the most important part, enjoying delicious beverages, here are some simple recommendations to get you started. Make sure that your uKeg is clean, free of dust, or any debris left over from previous fills. Start by unthreading the sleeve from the cap. Double check to make sure that the pressure relief plug on the bottom of the sleeve is in place as well. Periodically, you'll want to inspect the cartridge seal on the bottom of the cap. Make sure it has no visual rips or tears and note the orientation when reinstalling it. It's also a good idea to take a look at the cap seal shown here. Now install your food-grade CO2 cartridge. Make sure the cap is in the off position and thread the sleeve on quickly and firmly. And now that that's out of the way, let's get this thing filled. Take your uKeg to a brewery or tap room that fill growlers to go. Remove the cap and have the bartender fill your uKeg. Once the uKeg is full, either you or the bartender can screw on the cap. Another thing to note, you don't need to overly tighten the cap in order for it to have a proper seal. It's almost time to enjoy craft beer just as the brewer intended. Sometimes, after getting your uKeg home or prolonged transporting, the gauge may show higher than desired pressure, even before you've turned up the dial. You can pour off a little beer to relieve this pressure. Then just dial the cap to the pressure you like while looking at the gauge. This can be adjusted as needed to achieve the perfect pour. You're now ready to enjoy fresh, cold, and carbonated beverages anytime. It's always a good idea to lock the tap on your uKeg when you're storing it or transporting it. Once the uKeg is empty, turn off the pressure, slowly unscrew the cap and set it aside. Rinse the uKeg having the tap open with warm water several times. And now, reinstall the cap and use any extra CO2 to force water through the tap to clean it. Then, turn the cap off and drain any extra water that may be left in the uKeg. Set it aside with the tap open to dry. Before unscrewing the cartridge sleeve, always turn on the cap to release any remaining CO2. Then recycle it or dispose of it in the trash. Finally, rinse the cap and sleeve with warm water. Set both aside to dry. Following these simple steps will ensure your uKeg is in tip-top shape and keep you pouring like a pro. Enjoy!
Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Evan.
And we are the design team at GrowlerWerks, and we like to design things like this because we're beer nerds.
And real nerds. This guy came all the way from MIT to help us make your beer better.
And this guy's from Berkeley. Smart guy.
So the heart of the invention is our regulator cap here. So the regulator cap for the uKeg is both a variable regulator, cap, and CO2 charging system. So the uKeg will take just the standard 8-gram CO2 cartridge, something you can buy in lots of kitchen stores. And the cartridge goes in the cartridge sleeve, just like this. And when you screw it to the bottom of our regulator cap, it breaches the cartridge and pressurizes the cap, so it's ready to use. Now you're ready to use it. Once the regulator cap is ready to use, we got to fill our uKeg up.
Once again, awfully convenient. We have a bar in the GrowlerWerks Design Center.
All right. So now we have our growler. Only step left is to put the cap on and charge it up. Cap's nice and tight.
And that's what a pint should look like.
So, a lot of you have probably gotten beer coming home from the bar in one of these. Nice glass growler. And we poured this a couple days ago right here at the GrowlerWerks bar, and then had a couple pints. As you can see, not much going on in there. So once you open a glass growler and pour the first pint out, all the CO2 leaves, gives flat beer, and you let air back into the growler. Now everyone knows flat beer is bad, but the air is important too. Once the air gets on top of your beer, it reacts with all the aromatic compounds in there that give beer its great flavor and great taste, and make aldehydes instead, which really just give beer a papery taste. No one wants that.
Nah, that's bad.
Yeah. Just to show you what an old pint looks like, you'd really hate to go over to your friend's house and pour him a beer like that.
Yeah, where's the bubbles? God.
When we first concepted the uKeg, we really were going for a timeless look and an aesthetic that kind of spoke to the craft brewery and the equipment that you would find in a craft brewery, the hammered copper kettles, the precision stainless equipment, that feeling that you get when you walk into a really well done craft brewery and you sit down with your pint and you can look at all of the equipment behind you that made the beer you're drinking. So we wanted that same look to take home with you. We also wanted to make the uKeg something that would be really easy to use. We wanted to really make the technology that we put into it secondary to the experience you get when you use it, and just how easy and intuitive it is to use, that you can literally put it on a shelf in your refrigerator, turn it on, and it's ready to dispense beer just like at the bars. And then you could take it out of your refrigerator, put it in your car, take it to your friend's barbecue and take it out, and everyone would know exactly how to use it right away.
Okay, so the handle was really important when we designed this thing. We've seen lots of growlers. We haven't seen any with a good handle. You know, they've got the little ones and the glass ones that hurt your fingers. We wanted something that was really easy to hang on to. You could grab two of them at once. You can hold it like this. You can hold it like that. Both are really natural, feel good in your hand. And then when you've got it up on a table, it's got a nice extra grip that you can grab it like that. So, we also made sure it's stylish. This thing ain't ugly, I think. But we liked it, and we wanted to make sure that it's something unique and all about the uKeg.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you finished your beer. Your uKeg is empty. It's now time to make sure you keep it clean. As every brewer knows, Julia Childs or your mom would say, you got to clean up your beer. So we've got ourselves a uKeg. It's empty. What do you do? First thing we want you to do every time, just rinse it with water. Take off the lid, just run it through the sink. Keep it clean with hot water. Most of the time, that's going to be enough. But let's just say maybe there's a little gunk, maybe you're not sure. You can use a household cleaner, Pine Sol, brand placement. Let's say it's just a little bit more and you really want it pure. You can use iodophor, a common brewing sanitizer. Now sometimes, and I don't want to recommend ever doing this, you let the beer dry on. Not a good thing, but it happens to the best of us. You might use a chemical called PBW. It's safe. It's a common brewery cleaning solution. You put it in the uKeg with hot water and you give it a shake. You probably, I think, best be put the lid on and keep it there loosely. Give it a shake and let it sit. You tilt it. Make sure you get some of the solution inside the sight glass. I think it's about 10 minutes. Follow the instructions on the PBW. Take it off, rinse it out. That will cover most of your cleaning needs. Now, let's say you left it out in the sun, in your car, and it just got baked on. I know, it's terrible. Nobody would do that. You may want to really take it apart and use a cleaning implement like the bottle brush. The way you would do that, everything comes apart. You have a nut to take off the tap assembly. I'm going to get it in the right angle. It just screws right off. You can take that off, and then you can start working your way down. Each part can be soaked in one of the cleaners, cleaned with the brush, and you can get it back to new, glistening, put it back together, fill it up again with your favorite beer.
September 8th, 2014. This is Sean Huff. I'm here with GrowlerWerks co-founders Brian Sonicson and Evan Regi in our Design Center for Excellence. And the big announcement is our prototype arrived. It's a silver thing on the table. Take it from here, guys.
All right, that's the silver thing on the table. First prototype, got all our parts, checked them out, put it together. Yeah, we were pretty happy with it. It worked pretty good. We wanted to pour beer for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it up, and we'll show you the money shot. I shouldn't say that.
Alright. While Brian's pouring the beer, I'm going to do step 2, which is charging the regulator with CO2. We got our variable pressure regulating growler cap here. Just going to throw in the 8-gram food grade CO2 cartridge. There we go, nice pressurized, ready to go.
And with that, I think that's enough beer.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah, go ahead and have a look. We have a sight glass on the front, so you can always tell how much beer is inside of your uKeg. And on top of that, there is a pressure gauge on the bottom. When you start dialing up the pressure on the cap, you'll see how much pressure there is.
So we just have a little over 2 pints in there. Alright, so I guess this is step 3, which is pressurize your growler. So we got the cap nice on there and tight. Just turn this.
And listen.
There we go.
Little sound.
Pressurizing the uKeg.
You just dialed in the perfect pressure.
Yep. Alright. So, oh yeah, got to turn the little lock mechanism here to on so we can pour our beer. And here we go. First beer out of the uKeg. There you go. Pouring nice.
Oh, that's a nice pour.
Yeah, look at that.
The uKeg works.
Cheers!
Cheers. Here's to fresh beer.
Yeah.
What if you could make your own hard seltzer at home and take all your wildest seltzer dreams and turn them into delicious fizzy reality? Now you can, with the uKeg twist from GrowlerWerks. Add ingredients, carbonate, and enjoy. It seems like not long ago, the selection of carbonated adult beverages you had to pick from were pretty straightforward. But then, boom, overnight, out of nowhere, hard seltzers in every flavor and color. Fruity, bubbly deliciousness. Some of them really are delicious. And who are we to argue with the doctor's advice? This new fizzy craze got us thinking. What if you could make your own hard seltzer at home? Or anywhere for that matter. What if you could make it and take it while easily keeping it cold and carbonated all day? Now you can. Maybe can isn't the right word. With the uKeg twist from GrowlerWerks. The 24 or 36 ounce twist allows you to take all your wildest seltzer dreams and turn them into delicious fizzy reality. All in one bottle with no need for a kitchen appliance or counter space. Add one of our signature flavors, a liqueur or infusion, to create custom carbonated concoctions that taste amazing. My current fave is Tito's with a hint of lime. Using the uKeg twist is easy. First, add ingredients. Ice, one of our delicious flavors, or fresh fruit such as lime wedge or cucumber slice. Liquor, if you are so inclined. Add water up to the fill line. Twist on the seltzer cap. Put a new 8-gram CO2 cartridge in the cartridge well. Twist the regulator into the cartridge well until it's fully tight. You should also hear a gas rushing sound when the cartridge pierces. Shake for 30 seconds. It's all set to use. Rotate the spout, either use the dispense button to pour or sip directly from the spout. It is that simple. Add the ingredients, carbonate, and enjoy. GrowlerWerks' mission is to create innovative products that allow craft beverages to be enjoyed without limitations. We appreciate your support with our newest product, the uKeg Twist.